Today I want to show you how to create covers for these type of journals. So this is regular 8.5 by 11 or similar paper folded in half, and we're making a journal cover for that from 12 by 12. As you can see, it's folded and sewn. Here's another one. Okay, so what we're gonna do is take a regular 12 by 12 piece of paper. First of all, I'm gonna cut this bottom off. Okay, so that's done. So now, if the paper is 12 by 12, then the middle will be obviously at 6. So we're going to find the 6. And don't press too hard because you don't want to rip the paper. I just did that recently, so that was no fun. And then I already have it marked here for the pocket, but I'm still going to show you that pocket. See, it goes about almost to 9. It's like 8 3/4. So turn the paper, so it's just scored here. We're going to turn it, score it 9 3/4. Don't press too hard. And now we can fold it. Fold that in. And then fold that. Okay, so once they're both folded, I'm going to, I would make a journal like that, but if you can see, it buckles there. So what I usually do, and I just do it by hand, I don't measure this part. So I need scissors, and I'm just gonna cut to make it this kind of flat. I'm gonna cut starting almost at the fold here. I'm just gonna cut a curve, a nice curve. All right, so now that looks better and it doesn't buckle. So now we're going to take this to the sewing machine, and I'm just going to sew through this. So I usually start here, so that's when I'm going to end up tying when I reach back to this spot. So I'm going to sew it all the way here, all the way, and tie it off. I'm going to do the zigzag all around here, but at the bottom of the pocket, sometimes I do zigzag, but sometimes I just do very close to the edge. I just do a single stitch, regular stitch, because I want to have more space in the pocket. So I'm going to go stitch through that. Alright, so now I'm going to sew through that. I'm actually going to start a little bit above the pocket. Like that. Help the machine to get started. Oops. Switch it to the zigzag. And now turn it. And then raise the needle and switch it back to straight stitch. Raise the needle, position it, zigzag stitch. tie that off. Alright, so I tied these off. I don't leave them untied because I don't want this to unravel. It's not just, this is for decoration, but this is actually holding the pocket, so it's going to be used a lot, so I tie them. Also, I don't go back and forth with the return on the machine because that will tear up the paper, so I just tie them. It takes a second. So now we have this beautiful sewn through journal cover with 2 pockets, which is really cool. And usually I use the white thread. This time I wanted to use the brown one just to give it a little color here. And now we can start folding the papers, and then we can sew them into the signature, and that will be a journal like that. So this one's almost done. I usually fill it up with all kinds of things. So, and then in another tutorial I'm showing how to actually put this all together to have the signature done, and then in another tutorial I show how to decorate the cover to make it real pretty. In fact, if you want to decorate the cover, you decorate it first before you sew in the signature, so it's easier to manipulate, because a lot of times I'll sew things on to the cover, like with this one. This was just a manila folder I wanted to decorate. I used paper bags for it, and index cards and pieces of fabric. So as you see, it's stitched together. This one doesn't have a pocket because it was a cereal box. It came out very nice. I reinforced this with fabric. That's my signature. And so the spine, I sometimes reinforce it with fabric and then use that same fabric to decorate, so that it looks very tied together. And then I even use it fabric and other pieces inside the journal. So there you go. I have a tutorial about how to decorate that. It's very easy and very fun.